In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 student pilot errors while flying. Hey everyone, Jason Shepard here of MzeroA.com. You know there are 5 big student pilot errors that all of us made. I made them, you made them, or maybe you're going to make them, but maybe not if we can know our enemy ahead of time and put it out there. Hey, I want to honor your time. Let's dive right into it, but do make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like us here on Facebook. First tip, first common student pilot error, it's failure to set up appropriately for landing. What causes this? Well, maybe you're not starting the checklist in a timely manner. Well, what's the solution to that? Start earlier with that. Maybe it's the unstable approach. What do we say? A perfect landing starts with a perfect traffic pattern, right? Maybe you're left to final, right to final, you're all over the place. Maybe it's poor coordination from base to final, undershooting, overshooting final. Maybe it's even, have you ever done this one? Excessive braking after touchdown. Ever done one like these? Getting a little too aggressive with the braking or trying to make a taxiway you shouldn't have. Watch your speed, slow down, small adjustments. A perfect landing starts with a perfect traffic pattern. Remember, airspeed is king. Focus on airspeed, focus on that perfect traffic pattern. Those are the first 2 ingredients to that perfect landing. Here's common student pilot error number 2. It's chasing those flight instruments. We've all done it before. You're so fixated on your heading that your altitude's all over the place, or you just chase it back and forth. You're fighting. This happened so much when I was starting to transition people into the G1000 from steam gauges into a glass panel, and now you get down to, wow, Jason said hold 90 knots, but I'm at 92, right? And they just start chasing things where with the analog gauge you wouldn't really be able to tell such. So you see all that. Don't chase it. You know, I always tell my instrument pilots who want to chase a localizer in private pilot terms, like you're like chasing a VOR or chasing a glide slope in IFR terms, I tell them kind of reel it into you like you're fishing almost. Pick an intercept and hold it and let it come to you. The same is true of trying to roll it on a heading. Don't get so aggressive. Don't do a 30-degree bank turn when you want to change heading 5 degrees. Small, little changes. Here's number 3, and you'll hear me say this a lot when I'm working with students. It's lose the death grip. You ever had a death grip on the yoke? I remember flying. I was getting ready to solo, and I remember my palms would get so sweaty coming into land. I would let go of the yoke for a second. I would wipe my sweaty hand on my pants, and then get ready to fly again. I just had this death grip, sweaty palm syndrome. As an instructor, I was able to see that. You could see the veins bulging in someone's forearm, and I just tell them, hey, don't break the yoke off in your hand. Like, we need to use this airplane again here. You want to exert accurate, smooth pressure. And a lot of times, if someone has a death grip, they're probably not trimmed properly either. I always tell people, trim it up, fly with 2 fingers. Show me how you fly with 2 fingers. Here's common student pilot error number 4. It's a failure to continually scan and watch and look for traffic. Now, that can be an obsession too. I've had some students, some learners who just spend all day looking for traffic. They forget they're hurtling through the sky at 90 knots. It needs to be work our attention span a little bit, right? Fly the airplane, watching for traffic, fly in the airplane, right? We got to learn to divert our attention with that. Make it a part of your constant routine. Clearing turns before every single maneuver, and knowing the differences too. You could be jumping from a high wing to a low wing to a high wing. What are those differences? And the 5th and final common student pilot error is really mistiming that simulated engine failure. We pull the power back to idle, and we always ask, am I going to make that field? Well, you need to know that answer, not only for a check ride, but to be a safe, real-world pilot. Some errors we make here is, well, picking the wrong field, picking one too far away, exaggerating what we believe we can do in a glide distance, or underestimating what we can do. Some people, some learners I've seen, put the flaps out too early. Wait on those flaps so you know you have that field, that runway made. Same goes with landing gear. Choosing a field that really works. What are the winds doing right now, right? Are they north-south? Well, don't go pick an east-west runway. Don't land with a tailwind. You have to think of these things. 5 common student pilot errors in the airplane. Next week, we're going to dive into, well, just some more on the ground, some mental errors that we make as student pilots as well. Learners, really, is the new term. So check all of that out. Hey, don't forget to take a 2-week trial of the MzeroA online ground school. See why Aviation Consumer Magazine named it the best. Check all that out, MzeroAtrial.com. Have a blessed, abundant, outstanding rest of your day. And most importantly, remember, but a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you. Pass your FAA written test and pass your FAA check ride, or I'll pay for it. See why more than 130,000 people trust MzeroA for passing their FAA exams.